Well, slap my tits and call me a dumb shit. Guess who just fell for a bait and switch 30 years in the making, which is beyond ridiculous when you remember I ain't even 20. That's how big a fool I was just made by this game. Let me explain. Everyone has that video game revenge porn list, their white whale, the one you couldn't defeat as a smooth-brained child but now you seek vindication for as a semi-functional adult. Well, this is one of mine, so join me as I grab my poon and try to get my hands on that big old Moby Dick. This is Azure Dreams. Now, I'm gonna be upfront with you. I'm not the JRPG type. That ain't to say I've never legended the Zelda or Final Fantasy, but the hardcore fans would call me a tourist, and rightfully so. That's why I usually tag along when the other guy plays them, just to enjoy the storylines. They can be a lot of fun. This one, on the other hand, I have given a shot once or twice in the past. My little brother had a copy, was really into it, dated all the in-game waifus. But me, I could never get past the 15th floor before giving up. So now, here we are, decades later. Yes, that doesn't make sense. Different timelines. You guys got AI robots, we got feral cat girls. That's not important. What matters is this game popped up on our list, and there was no way I couldn't snag up the opportunity to finally defeat this one. So I buckled down and strapped on to do a lot of grinding and a lot of metagaming to make sure I got all the girls and all the town upgrades, and I would become so overleveled that the final boss just could not even stand up to me. And then I got bored and decided to explore ahead and accidentally beat the game. What the fuck? Let's go back to the beginning. It's 1997 and Pokemon's already out in Japan and crushing it. And there's a wave of monster collecting copycats right behind them. And those sneaky devils over at Konami wanted to cash in by pulling a reverse Uno and knocking out a game so fast and low budget that they were able to ship it to America before Nintendo could even get an official translation of Red and Blue out. And it's still lost to everyone. Pokemon, Digimon, Monster Rancher, that game with the Beatles, it wasn't the killer app they hoped it would be. But they were able to justify a Game Boy version 2 years later. And that one has the 99-floor super special bonus dungeon that got cut from the PlayStation version due to them rushing it. Although, you didn't hear it from me. But if you happen to go out sailing, you can find hacks of this game with the bonus dungeons thrown back in. You play as Ko, who lives in the sleepy desert town of Agrabah with his mother Jasmine and pet monkey / little sister Abu. About a year or so back, his pops went up exploring that magical penis tower with his homies, looking for some eggs when a big old explosion went kablow and he died. So, now you're 15, which makes you the man of the house by anime logic, and the lady of the house is looking mighty fine. But we need money, and the job market is shit. So, it's time to be gay and do crime by breaking into that tower and stealing everything we can. First things first, we need to choose our starter, but in this game, they only got one, and Kuni chooses you. The former pet of your father's, this guy is more Meowth than Pikachu, being able to exposit the ins and outs of the game as you go. He's also the only monster you'll ever need, which is hilarious since this is supposed to be a monster collecting game. In fact, you don't really even need a monster. We enter inside and it's a top-down crawler, almost like Chocobo's dungeon, but not as good. 40 floors. Each one is random every time. When you leave, you start back at level 1, but your pets get to keep their level and your weapons upgrade as you go, allowing you to progress more and more each time you enter. Your real main goal of this game? Get as much loot as you can carry with your grubby little hands and get the fuck out. You're really meant to take your time in this game. You earn money to build up and restore the town, form friendships with the girls you meet in your day-to-day, and generally help out your neighbors, while also filling up your stables with all of those collectible monsters. So, if you rush the way I did in this playthrough, you'll actually miss out on a whole lot. Building up the town is the most interesting part to me, almost like Suikoden Light. The small community is run down in the middle of nowhere, so it's actually really fun getting to help your friends and neighbors. You can get the windmills going again so the townfolk have food, or build a racetrack so you can get trashed and gamble all day, or build a church so you can go repent for getting trashed and gambling all day. It's pretty great, and it ties into the pseudo-dating system, with you helping your childhood friend fundraise to pretty up the town, or upgrading the hospitals to help the sickly one. I know some of you are getting red flags, and I get it. Not a fan of dating sims myself, but this ain't no dating sim. It's more of a making friends while also helping the town simulator. It's cute, but a lot of it's also superficial. The girl at the store makes fun of you because you're poor. You start buying things. She likes you all of a sudden, which is sadly realistic. But it's the same with the waitress. You want to get those digits, you need to spend some cash. And always tip. So in the end, my faves are usually the childhood bestie, because again, her number one goal is to make the town better for everyone. Plus, she's a cool, fun tomboy. And number two, obviously the sick girl, because all they want is someone to talk with. They're super chill, just trying to hang out and drink tea. I'm down, bro. I'll bring the Sega over. Now the bad part, playing the actual game. Kinda basic, kinda sucks. You move along a grid with a semi-active time battle thing going on, meaning there's a bit of a stutter since everyone's taking turns. You can attack with your sword and use items, and that's it. Our main character has no other skills. There will be no puzzle solving with tools, there will be no puzzles. Your only goal is to find the elevator to the next floor, and that's all it ever will be. But you are not alone. As mentioned, you have your pocket Palcuni, along with the monsters you find in the dungeon. That's fine, not capture. You will not be catching them all, you will not be catching any. Instead, you will be stealing eggs, and then choosing whether to hatch and raise the kidnapped child as your own or to sell them on the slave trade, which sounds terrible until you use the funds to get a new TV with surround, and then it sounds amazing. 5.1, all bass, some treble. The funny thing is, there's a real system here. There's just not enough game to take advantage of it. You control the AI of your pets. You can also order direct commands, making for a great tag team setup through most of the game. And later on, you unlock the ability to command two pets at the same time, which could have led to some fun strategic matchups, but it just never gets there. In theory, you could go into the tower maxed out with 5 pets and no equipment, swapping them in and out based on what elements and magic you're up against, wisely managing your limited inventory in order to keep their stamina up so they can stay in battle. In theory. But again, this game is too short. There are no bosses. You will never be challenged to think or strategize. It's really lazy. You could probably sum up the entire game with that one word. How do you improve the town? Spend money. How do you get the girls to like you? Buy them stuff. How do you get to the top of the tower? Take the elevator, dude. No thinking involved. Even with the treasure hunting, you'll be on autopilot. The items are completely random, and maybe drop rates adjust as you travel floors, but outside of raw coin pickups, I didn't notice. So when your inventory is full, you don't really have to gamble on whether or not you should drop something in case there's a better treasure, because there won't be. It's just a trip to Walmart. Get your crap and go. But let's pretend you want to big brain it. Play the game efficiently. First of all, don't do that. Don't. Just don't do it. Okay, sure. I was able to cut the normal playtime of this game down from 30 hours to maybe 4. But despite the fact that this was my first time beating the game, the other times when I lost were just much more fun and rewarding. I took my time slowly improving the town while forming bonds with the girls and watching their living situations improve. And holy shit, there's a lesson here. I should probably be writing all of this down. 1 second. What I'm trying to say is that if this game does sound interesting to you, then take your time with it. That's what fans seem to do in current day, with the internet challenge being to completely build up the town and get all the monsters while getting the girls to like you, which takes hours and hours worth of commitment, which I was ready to do this run if there had been hours and hours of game. So here's where we answer the question no one cares about. How in the hell do you accidentally beat the game? Well, check it, my friends, cause it's really dumb. Around the time you get to the 31st floor, you are introduced to the villain of the game for the first time, Beldo, as he drops all the lore on you, explaining how he was your father's teammate, but he betrayed him to steal the best monster egg ever. He loved him scrambled, and now he wants to scramble you. So he challenges you to meet him up on the 40th floor for your final fated battle, 10 minutes from now. Now, this was the furthest I'd ever gotten into the tower, right? Got a teammate with full health, can escape anytime I want. Let's just say curiosity grabbed my cute little kitty and I couldn't help making the push, just to see what the upper floors looked like. took my time, was a sneaky sneak, avoiding all the monsters and hitting the elevator the second it came into sight. Underleveled, all good, we ball. And before I knew it, was face to face with the final boss. He gives us a little spiel about how this was all a trap and Kearney was working with him the whole time so he could get my blood or whatever in order to finally steal that yummy egg. So now I'm alone, underleveled, and face to face with the final boss, and I was like, F it, I'ma let him stab me. So I walk right up to him, do some pathetic damage, and he counters, dropping my health to 0 instantly. Whatever, I knew I was gonna lose. So I'm sitting there waiting for the game to kick me out of the tower when scripted loss. Cooney betrays the villain and uses his magic to help us unleash our most powerful stabby stab move ever, one-shotting the villain. It's over. I didn't even get to do it myself. The game just said, congratulations, you win. Villain defeated, we return to our town, ultimate egg in hand, ready to make an omelet for everyone. And we need to eat up, get our energy back, cause the adventure keeps going, kinda. With you having the option to continue your raids on the tower and finishing up the town's renovations. And I said you, not me. Got important things to do. Watching adult cartoons and playing other video games, whatever. Don't let the snark fool you. I really do love this game. Just experienced it in the worst way possible this run. So if this is one you're really interested in, then please take your time with it and just enjoy the journey, because there is no destination. What is our next stop on this journey? Nobody knows. I flow like dust in the wind, getting blown wherever the wind blows me. But if I had to guess, it'll probably be the demo for that Parasite Eve fan game. As always, thank you to all the lovely, lovely people out there watching who support us when YouTube won't. And a double thank you to the adoptees getting them double D waifus. We'll be back with that next one whenever the hell I feel like it. And remember kids, hey, 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 smoke weed every day.